this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
I'm Miles Turner.
And I'm Brianna Stewart.
And our podcast, Game Recognized Game, has never been done before.
Two active players giving you a real look at our lives and what we actually think on and off the court.
Nothing's off limits.
We talk tanking. I might get in trouble for this answer, but I think it's definitely happening in the WNBA.
We talk about our mistakes too. They pulled me to the side and was like, hey man, we got a call last night, man. You can't be rolling around the city like this tonight before games.
Check out Game Recognized Game with Stewie and Miles on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, everyone. I'm Cheryl Strayed, author of Wild and Tiny Beautiful Things. I'm excited to share that I have a new podcast called Mind Over Mountain. In each episode, I interview athletes, adventurers, and adrenaline seekers to discuss the inner landscapes that informed and inspired their extraordinary feats. So we too can better understand how to face our own seemingly insurmountable challenges. Listen to Mind Over Mountain every Thursday on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
How much you weigh, Wanda?
Right now, I'm about 130.
I'm like 183. We should race.
No, I want to leave here with my original hips.
On the podcast, The Matchup with Aaliyah, I pair prominent female athletes with unexpected guests. On a recent episode, I sat down with undisputed boxing champ Clarissa Shields and comedian Wanda Sykes to talk about Wanda's new movie, Undercard, the art of trash talk and what it really means to be ladylike. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search The Matchup with Aaliyah, and listen now.
Brought to you by Novartis, founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network.
On the Adventures of Curiosity Cove podcast, what if the right fit isn't what everyone expects? In the case of the right fit, Ella explores movement, confidence, and belonging, and learns that not all strength looks the same. This Women's History Month story introduces kids to women who change sports by trusting themselves and moving differently. Listen to Adventures of Curiosity Cove every Monday from the Black Effect Podcast Network on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It is time now for my strawberry letter for today. And if you need advice on relationships, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your strawberry letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. And you never know, it could be yours.
It could be yours. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject: he gets to see the world, but we don't. Dear Stephen Shirley, I've been married for 6 years. When we got married, we already had a 12-year-old, and now we have a 6-year-old. When my husband and I argue, he loves to say that he was pressured into getting married. I have let it slide because I'm not letting him off the hook, and he will forever take care of me and our children because I didn't have them by myself. I did insist that he married me when I got pregnant with our second child. I do not care if it was at a courthouse or not. I want my children to live in a house with married parents, but they're still not as privileged as their friends are. See, my husband is a bigwig at his job, and he goes on fabulous work trips. He's been to Africa, to Singapore, France, and Brazil, and he won't allow me or the children to go with him. He loves to brag about the suites that he stays in and sends the children pictures of all the places he visits. When they ask him if they can go with him, he says he's busy the entire time and won't have time to go sightseeing or spend any time with us on the trip. All of my children's friends go on summer vacations, trips for spring break, and they're out of town during the holidays. But never mind the children, what about me, the wife? I have seen his coworkers' wives on trips with them at fancy dinners and on cruises. I feel like I'm raising the children and not providing them any cultural outlet. He gets to see the world, but we don't. He resents me for having children. He resents me for having the kids. That's plain and clear. He provides the money for the family, and that's all. Is it worth it to stay with a self-centered man? Well, yes, you are right about that. He's very selfish, self-absorbed. And if his coworkers are bringing their families on work trips and he's not, it's pretty clear that he just doesn't want you guys to come. You say he's a big wig down at the job. Well, what is the point in having those kinds of perks and being a big wig if you can't take your family and do some of those things, bring your wife and kids? You want the kids to see their dad in action, to learn from his example, not throwing it up in their faces like he does with the pictures and all of that. I think your husband is immature. And to answer your question about is it worth it to stay with a self-centered man, only you can answer that because you're in it and you're writing us, which means you're unhappy. But the facts are, as you described him, he resents you for having the kids in the first place. He says you pressured him into getting married. You guys never go on any family trips, vacations. He doesn't take you, his wife, anywhere, you said. And other than providing the money for the family, he's not a very involved parent. You and your husband need some therapy if you want to save this marriage. But the problem is he probably won't go to therapy because he'll be on a trip somewhere, a work trip. Steve?
Very good response, Shirley. Absolutely excellent. I have a lot of problems with this letter, but let's just dissect it this way. You've been married for 6 years. When you got married, you all already had a 12-year-old, and now you have a 6-year-old. So you did get married when you found out you were pregnant the second time. And then when you all argue, you say he loves to throw it up in your face that he was forced to marry you and pressured you. And you've let it slide because you're not going to let him off the hook and he will forever take care of you and the children because you didn't have them by yourself. Now, you insisted that this guy marry you after you got pregnant with your second child. Now, I don't know what you did to insist that he marry you, but as you should. You probably could have did this same move 12 years ago, too. But you didn't. That's whatever. That's just life. That's how it goes sometimes. Ain't nobody perfect. You ain't got to worry about that. You didn't care if it was at the courthouse or not. You wanted the kids to grow up in the house with married parents. But then you say they're not as privileged as his other friends. Because your husband's a big shot down at the job and he go on trips all over the world, Singapore, Africa, everything, France, Brazil, and he won't take you and the kids. But you'd have seen pictures of him at fancy dinners and stuff, and the other wives is there. Okay, I've summed up a lot, but he don't take you nowhere. He don't take the kids nowhere. You've seen pictures of other wives on these trips. Because you know what? You going where? Singapore? Africa? Brazil? I want to go see some of them places. Most husbands will take their wives on some of the trips. It just stands to reason. Now you say that he resents you from having kids. Okay, why? I don't understand that part. He resents you from having the kids, but yet and still, y'all doing the things that can produce a kid. The thing about this letter, y'all, is Shirley pointed it out. You want to ask the question that you asked at the bottom of the letter. Is it worth it to stay with a self-centered man? And Shirley's right. Only you can answer that because you got married because you didn't want the kids growing up in the house without married parents. You got that accomplished. And now you want to go to some of the places, but he won't take you. I don't know how you get a man to want you. See, that's the problem. I don't know how to tell you to make your husband want you.
All right. Hang on, Steve. We'll have part 2 of your response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Today's Strawberry Letter subject, he gets to see the world, but we don't. Right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
A ambitious, well-intentioned, ferocious, and wealthy mother looks like in the Black community.
This Women's History Month, the podcast Keep It Positive, Sweetie, celebrates the power of women choosing healing, purpose, and faith, even when life gets messy.
Love is not a destination. You have to work on it every day.
Keep It Positive, Sweetie creates space for honest conversations on self-worth, love, growth, and navigating life with grace and grit, led by women who uplift, inspire, and tell the truth out loud.
I have several conversations with God, and I know why it took 20 years.
To hear this and more, listen to Keep It Positive, Sweetie on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm John Green. You may know me as the author of The Fault in Our Stars, and now, I guess, also as the co-host of The Away End, a brand new world soccer podcast.
I'm Daniel Alarcón, a writer and journalist, and John and I have known each other since we were kids. My first World Cup was Mexico '86. I was 9 years old. I watched every game, and I fell in love. On our new podcast, The Away End, we'll share with you the magic of international football, all leading up to the 2026 World Cup.
For us, soccer, football, is a story we've shared for over 30 years, since Daniel was the star player on our high school soccer team.
Very debatable.
And I was their most loyal and sometimes only fan. I love this game. I love its history, its hope, its heartbreak, and above all, its beauty.
Together, we'll find out why, of all the unimportant things, football, soccer, is the most important.
Listen to The Away End with Daniel Alarcón and John Green on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's the new me and it's the old them.
Everybody's on their journey, and your journey is different to theirs.
This Women's History Month, the podcast, If You Knew Better with Amber Grimes, spotlights women who turn missteps into momentum and lessons into power.
I think coming out of where I came from, I'm from the Bronx. I think I grew up really poor. I didn't know that then because I very much use my creativity to romanticize life. And I'm like, my mom did a really good job of like, you step back and you're like, whoa, I don't know how we made it. So a lot of my life was like built out of like survival to get to the next place. Like my drive, my like tunnel vision of like, I gotta be better, I gotta achieve this was off the strengths of like, I wanna make a better life for us.
If You Knew Better brings real talk from women who've lived it, unpacking career pivots, relationship lessons, and the mindset shifts that changed everything. Listen to If You Knew Better with Amber Grimes on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Anna Navarro, and on my new podcast, Bleep with Anna Navarro, I'm talking to the people closest to the biggest issues happening in your community and around the world. Because I know deep down inside right now, we are all cursing and asking, what the bleep is going on? I'm talking to people like Julie K. Brown, who broke the explosive story on Jeffrey Epstein in 2018. These victims have been let down time and time again for decades and decades and decades by local law enforcement, by federal law enforcement, by administration after administration.
The Justice Department, through, I think we counted 4 presidential administrations, failed these victims.
Listen to Bleep with Anna Navarro as part of the My Cultura podcast network, available on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Life is unpredictable, but protecting your family doesn't have to be complicated. Globe Life helps families secure their future with simple, affordable life insurance. There's no medical exam, just a simple application. With rates starting as low as $3.49 a month, Globe Life Insurance is easy to buy. Call Globe Life today at 1-800-251-5400 or visit globeliferadio.com. That's 1-800-251-5400 or globeliferadio.com. All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject is, he gets to see the world, but we don't.
What I've decided to do with this letter to this woman who's married to this man who's a big shot on his job and he travels a lot, goes to a lot of exotic countries, seen some amazing places. And they have 2 children, one 12 and one 6. She forced him to marry him while she was pregnant with the second child. So they've been married 6 years. She's upset because when he goes on these trips, he never takes her or the kids. But she has seen pictures of some of these fancy dinners they go to, and the wives are there. And he sends pictures of these incredible suites that he's staying in. And the kids, his own kids, are asking him, can they go with him sometime? And because all the other friends that they go on summer vacations, trips on spring breaks, and they're out of town during the holidays. But she say, but never mind the children, what about me, the wife? I've seen his co-workers' wives on trips with them at fancy dinners and on cruises. And I feel like I'm raising the children and not providing them any cultural outlet. You're not providing them any culture. I don't think that's what it is. I think you want to go and he don't want you to go. He gets to see the world, but we don't. He resents me for having the kids. That statement throws me a little bit. He resents you for having the kids. Y'all got 2 kids. He was a willing participant in all of the makings of those children. What you've got to know from health class in elementary school that if you get together with a woman and you do a certain thing, that a certain thing can happen. That's just, they show the little sperm going up the canal and the egg running and all this, millions of sperms fighting their way through. It was one of the most fascinating days of school I'd ever went to. But now you got these kids and he provides the money for the family and that's all. Is it worth it to stay with a self-centered man? All right, so lady, here's the deal. What I want to do is show you how you being rejected. Shirley, Carla, I want you all, you are the wife. I'm the husband. Come up with some famous places or things to go see. And I will tell you the response he's giving her when she want to go and them kids. So,
wow, let's go see the ruins in Italy. That's something to see.
The ruins.
Yeah, the ruins.
You talking about the Roman Colosseum and all
of that? Mm-hmm.
Girl, so you gonna subject our children?
Yes.
To such a traumatic time in history? You mean to tell me you want us to go over there and explain to our children why these buildings are so raggedy and tore up? Girl, we're not gonna put them kids through that.
Wow. Go ahead, Carla.
I've always wanted to go see the Eiffel Tower. What a beautiful landmark. I want to go to Paris.
In Paris? You've been watching the news? Yeah. They're over there boycotting and protesting and everything.
In Paris?
Yeah, they be over there. What? It's just as bad as America.
Wow. You're talking about croissant, champagne, Paris? Wow. They protested?
Ooh, girl, I mean, you can't even walk down the streets over here.
In Paris?
And it's crowded. We be lost one of them kids, and you gonna lose your mind if we lose one of these kids.
You only have 2. Come on,
right.
You're not gonna lose them.
Kids wander off, get lost in Paris, and we can't get no help. We all up in here talking about qu'est-ce que c'est, un garçon, petit garçon. They don't even know what we saying, girl.
Wow, let's just I mentioned Italy earlier. Let's go to Milan. Let's go see the Olympics. They're going right now. Let's go to
the Olympics.
Yeah.
Ain't no rooms over here available. All these rooms took up by the Olympics. You can't come to Milan now. You waited too late for that trip right there.
Oh, did I?
That's way too late right here.
All right, okay. What about this? Let's go to Japan. Oh, I've always wanted to go to Japan. I've heard it's so beautiful, so clean. The food. Oh, please, can we go to Japan? Japanese food? Yes.
Ain't the kids allergic to sushi? I think they is.
They're allergic to fish and rice and what?
That's all they got over there. They ain't got no fish and rice.
Oh, honey, I know you've been to the continent of Africa. I know you have. Okay, let's go back. Let's go visit Senegal.
Oh, so I see right now. You don't love the kids like I do. Now you want to sacrifice our children on the safari to some wild animals. Man, you be walking over there and one of them animals jump on them kids. Now them kids is gone. I would never put my family in a dangerous situation like that out on the safari with wild animals and everything. Girl, bye. Where else you want to go? Hurry.
The Amazon. The Amazon.
And get lost in all them bushes. Girl, and then one of them avocados snakes get a hold of you. I'm not finna take my kids over here and all them piranhas eating them babies. We trying to walk across the stream and here come them piranhas.
Leave your comments
just eating them little
on, today's Strawberry Letter on Instagram and Facebook at Steve Harvey FM.
They
and
just
check us
eat
out
the baby leg off.
on the Strawberry Letter podcast on the free iHeartRadio app. Now, coming up next, it is Junior with Sports Talk right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Hi, everyone. I'm Cheryl Strayed, author of Wild and Tiny Beautiful Things. I'm excited to share that I have a new podcast called Mind Over Mountain. In each episode, I interview athletes, adventurers, and adrenaline seekers to discuss the inner landscapes that informed and inspired their extraordinary feats. So we too can better understand how to face our own seemingly insurmountable challenges. Listen to Mind Over Mountain every Thursday on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Miles Turner.
And I'm Brianna Stewart.
And our podcast, Game Recognized Game, has never been done before.
Two active players giving you a real look at our lives and what we actually think on and off the court.
Nothing's off limits.
We talk tanking. I might get in trouble for this answer, but I think it's definitely happening in the WNBA.
We talk about our mistakes too. They pulled me to the side and was like, hey man, we got a call last night, man. You can't be rolling around the city like this tonight before games.
Check out Game Recognized Game with Stewie and Miles on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
On the Adventures of Curiosity Cove podcast, what if the right fit isn't what everyone expects? In the case of the right fit, Ella explores movement, confidence, and belonging, and learns that not all strength looks the same. This Women's History Month story introduces kids to women who change sports by trusting themselves and moving differently. Listen to Adventures of Curiosity Cove every Monday from the Black Effect Podcast Network on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
The human body is a beautiful machine, and keeping it running means understanding how it actually works.
Which is why this podcast will kill you is doing a multi-part series on sleep, what it's for, why our bodies don't follow neat rules, and why modern life is not helping.
When you consider what we know about sleep in humans, there's one rule that comes out. We are predictably unpredictable sleepers.
We'll continue exploring how the body works with a multi-part series on digestive function.
So listen to our newest series, which runs January 20th through February 17th, with new episodes every Tuesday.
From the Exactly Right Network, listen to This Podcast Will Kill You on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.